A few months ago, I added Lua scripting to my game engine, but there's a problem. The game is mute. So this time around, we have a component that is capable of playing sound. It's the AudioSourceComponent. Last time we added a script to the cat, which is a static mesh component. And the script is here, but basically what it does is that when you press space, it changes the rotation of the mesh. And when you press other keys, you can kind of move it around. So basically last time we end up with something like this. And this time around, aside from the hat, which is another static mesh that is a child of the cat, we have another child, the audio. And this component is a different type node, it's the audio source component. And ignore the basic UI here. Basically, you just select a audio clip asset to play. I currently have a forest ambience clip, and of course there are volume and pan parameters. We could write a script to control the audio component directly, but it's more common to control the audio source from its parent, which in this case is the cat. So let's extend the cat script. So when the scene starts and the script is being attached to the cat mesh component, we can also do stuff like finding the child components. So in this case, we can grab a reference self.audio component equals component, which is the cat, and we can call like get child and enter the name of the child. In this case, it's audio. And this should give us a reference to the audio source component. And for a audio source component, of course, we can do like setting the volume initialization, and we can actually just play the audio source right here. So what this does is that when we play the scene and the script is being attached to the cat also grabs a handle, a reference to the child audio source component and plays the clip directly. So the audio should play immediately. And it's the forest ambience audio, and it's basically just birds chirping. And of course, we can also control the parameters in the editor. So this is the volume. And if you're wearing a headphone, then maybe you can feel the pan. And of course, we don't have to like play the audio clip immediately when the script is being attached. We could combine this with the logic of the mesh component. So something like if get key down space, then. So remember that get key returns true whenever spacebar is being held down, and get key down is only returning true for the frame that the spacebar is being held down. So we could start playing only if we hold down the spacebar. And if get key up space, then we can pause the audio clip. Something like this. So we can also change the audio clip, of course. Let's change this to something sillier. Can you guess what this sounds like? And if we play the scene, of course, when I release the spacebar, it pauses the audio clip as we have programmed here. The spinning is kind of slow. Let's make and move faster. Okay. Okay, this is so silly. So yeah, we basically have a super basic API to program audio now. Oh, and I guess I should mention this earlier, but we also have like a very basic console window. So yeah, the log goes to the console window. as well as the terminal. So that's about it for the engine core subsystems. We have a decent foundation for rendering and playing audio. I'm using Mini Audio for the audio backend. I think Raylib also uses Mini Audio. The audio mixer module is where we add effects such as low pass filtering, high pass filtering, and maybe like reverb in the future. This also decides the audio routing. Currently, I don't have a audio bus just yet, or equivalently, we only have a master bus and all the audio directly gets routed to the master output. So that definitely needs some work. And finally, the audio server is the top-level API used by Lucene. So basically, any audio-related components will have to interact with the audio server. At this point, we definitely have the foundations to go for 3D, but I have been thinking whether to spend like 5 years to catch up on modern 3D graphics, or if I should just start from releasing a 2D game engine and then iteratively add small features to it. In the end, I decided to go for the latter. So from here on, we are shifting towards 2D game development workflows. So expect 2D components such as sprite 2D, camera 2D, etc. And of course, the most important subsystem we are still missing is the UI designer, which is a window in the editor so that people can design their in-game UI in screen space. Anyways, if you are interested in more game engine devlogs, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.